Well, it's Wednesday, so you know what that means. A new episode of Win or Lose just dropped on Disney Plus. It's a new show that Disney and Pixar started, and honestly, the first two episodes, it was just alright, but these next two episodes they just released, pretty good. In the first two episodes, you can watch it right there in that little info button, but the next two episodes, we're just getting more focusing on the mom and the daughter aspect. The mom being called Vanessa, the daughter being Rochelle. This series is like an all-in-one story, so we're seeing everyone's point of view around the same time, just a different point of view. And all of this surrounds the big softball game that happens at the end of the week. On a side note, I'm surprised they did 2 episodes a week, because usually they put out 1. That just means more for me to react to, more for me to just say the review of Win or Lose. A lot of people that reacted to these series actually is having a mixed review whether or not it is a good series or not. Maybe I was a little too harsh and a little too critiquing in the first 2 episodes. We didn't even know what's going on because, you know, there's 8 episodes in total. And now that we can see half the series already developed to us, I think it's safe to say Pixar knows what they're doing, Disney knows what they're doing, trying to gravitate the audience, including myself. And I'm glad they're taking an approach of building an original series other than like a series based off a character that we already knew. Because episode 1 and 2 didn't really give me like, oh wow, like a surprising factor, but you know what, I just kept on watching it, waited till today to still give it a shot, and I'm glad that I did because this was honestly pretty good. Because episode 3 and 4 really tie back to back about like the mother and the daughter aspect, because the daughter is very smart, very talented, and sometimes she has to act the parent because apparently her mom's so focused on social media. Rochelle is the daughter and she's a hard worker. She works at the snack stand as well as being a softball player, but unfortunately she's in a softball team. She raised enough money, and as soon as that happened, prices went up, just like eggs nowadays. I just want a good scrambled egg. But besides that, Rochelle realized, dang, she has to raise $1,600, which unfortunately her mom can't afford really, or was scared to tell her because she's going through a lot trying to take care of the baby, as well as still focusing on social media and her job. Vanessa, which is the mom, cares about her daughter and still makes enough money to buy her the new cleats. Turns out the cleats are going to be a big part of the story later. So in the alternate version, like the way that we're seeing it, Rochelle puts on this suit, grows like 5 inches taller, being an adult that she is as a little kid, which plays an emotional part in this story later on. What's crazy about this is that there's no softball being played throughout these 2 episodes, hardly. I mean, I think that we're waiting till the 8th episode, the final one, the tournament. As a baseball softball fan, I wish we had seen a little bit more of that, but you know what, I guess we have to wait till the 8th episode, I guess. But still leading to the 3rd episode, Rochelle's trying to make the money, but the thing is, she's a goody 2-shoes. When someone asked her like, hey, I'll pay you a little bit of cheese, a little bit of money, because I know you smart, how about you slide me some of the homework answers and I'll pay you? Then she realizes this could actually help me. This could actually make me that $1,600 and I could play next season for softball. She has this dilemma where like everything's like floating around her, whether or not like she should do it or not, because she's known as the goody 2-shoes. She doesn't want to disobey her mom. She doesn't want to disrespect her. She actually agrees with it. Word spreads out. Now she's making bank, but at what cost? Because the same guy that asked her originally said, hey, can you help me with the test? Let me cheat on the test. Disclaimer, we do not support cheating up in here. Whether or not relationships, tests, no cheating here. Besides the point, that guy that wanted to talk to her said, hey, like sit behind me, copy off me, you'll be oh good. Yeah, that didn't work out too good. But the thing is, the reason why she's trying to do this is because the guy would pay her like $100, $200. It's like a high risk, high reward situation. So what she actually does is that she writes it down in a separate piece of paper, tries to pass it to her. She kind of got caught, low-key. Which just shows the moment of her talking to her mom, because her mom said like, hey, did you cheat? And she's like, no, I did not cheat, I helped someone out, which leads to the mom's perspective in the next episode. But the thing is, in this episode, she gets a text saying, hey, how much for your cleats? $200. Keep in mind, she works at the snack stand, and when she pulls up, because she was about to sell those cleats because she really wanted to be in the next season, leads to a confrontation where like these older kids just tell her like, hey, we don't want your cleats, we want the keys to the snack stand. I don't know why, is the snacks that good from the snack shack? Not really. You just got microwavable ramen noodles. She somehow escapes, runs away from those people. You know, she's trying to get away from those bad news. She already feels bad because she cheated and feel like she disobeyed her mom, but then now she's in deep trouble because she lost her keys when she was trying to run away. Now the bullies have the keys to the snack shack. Like, I would have just straight up just told the people, hey, like, calm down, like, can we go? I'll give you some snacks. How about that? What's in that snack shack that's that good? I want to know now. And it ends up with the 3rd episode, Rochelle finding a telephone booth and she calls her mom it just keeps on ringing. And it ends off with the 3rd episode right then and there. So it got me a little suspense for the 4th episode, which we already saw next. But honestly, I gotta say, this was a really good episode based on Rochelle's part. Based on the previous 2, like, look, no one's trying to find a love buddy on Tinder. No one's trying to, like, you know, be all sweaty when it comes to a game. This actually relates to just taking a huge responsibility when you're little, because I feel like everyone as a child had that big responsibility. Maybe it was a little bit over the top for Rochelle, but still, it's still a great episode. I gotta rate this a solid 8.5, maybe even 8.75 out of 10, which was really good in my opinion. One of the best episodes throughout this whole entire series so far. Then we lead towards Vanessa, Rochelle's mom's point of view and her side of the story. She works at the supermarket but is consumed by social media, which social media does consume her, and, like, you know, she doesn't want her daughter to worry thinking that everything is fine when it really isn't. Rochelle and Vanessa have a newborn baby to take care of. There is no father in the picture in the show, I'm assuming, because they really haven't shown no images or nothing. And the new baby is, like, causing some major problems, not really behaving as well, can't really take them to the daycare. I think the baby's like 2, so of course, like, you know, the terrible 2s, it just happens to babies, I guess. A way that she reduces stress is just going on social media, telling her followers, like, hey, I need love, support me, come comfort me. She uses her daughter as part of her content, giving her the cleats and recording it, like being on IG live, like letting her fans know that she cares about her daughter and she could buy these type of things, but in reality it's not really looking good financially wise for their family. She ends up getting a call by the principal or the teacher saying that Rochelle cheated, which just resembled back to what happened in the 3rd episode. So I really don't have to explain that, but then it just shows like her daughter might be rebellious and she's just doing stuff that she isn't allowed to do, which just makes Vanessa's mind all crazy. Like, is she being rebellious? Is she really doing this? Can I even trust her? Which leads to the phone situation, because Rochelle left her phone in the last episode, which resembles to this episode. Then Vanessa just comes to a whole dilemma. Am I being a good parent for going through my daughter's phone? Then she goes through it and then interrogates the guy that told Rochelle, like, hey, I'll give you money if you send me that homework, send me that test. So now Vanessa has to go to this whole search party trying to look for her daughter, realizing that she's also gonna sell her shoes, saying that she puts on this fake persona of the social media, like her backup account, her burner, which just leads to a whole bunch of problems later on in this episode, because they say that Rochelle is at this party. Then she goes to this party trying to find her daughter, asking all these bunch of teenagers where she at. Then she gets the unknown call, which is actually Rochelle herself. Rochelle tells her where she is, and then, like, I like the fact how Disney portrayed this supermom aspect, where she flies all the way across the city to come get her daughter, knowing that she would do anything for her. And that big old hug sequence at the end where they just hug each other knowing that they love each other, it's just so sweet. It just shows at the end of the day, no one's gonna be a perfect family. There's gonna be ups and downs. Children are gonna make mistakes, parents are gonna make mistakes, and we learn from that. That's what makes us human. That's what makes us build up character. And I just believe Disney just wrapped that whole thing up perfectly. And then at the ending, talk about we need to talk. Just Vanessa telling Rochelle that, tells her that, hey, I'm open to tell you anything if you trust me. I believe that this could be one of Disney and Pixar's best series yet. I just had to give it a chance. I do apologize. I watched the first 2 episodes, didn't really like it. Then I watched the 3rd and 4th one. Disney changed my mind. With Disney, you never know what you could expect. You could honestly love it or you could hate it. Now with this show, I actually love it. There's more episodes to come. I'm assuming they're gonna release 2 every week, so we're gonna get the next 2 next week, next Wednesday. So if you want that, let me know. Hit the subscribe button. But at this point, we reached the end of the video. You let me know, what do you think about Disney and Pixar's new series, Win or Lose? Is it better than the other previous projects that Disney has released on Disney Plus? Let me know in the comments below. I feel like this could be a contender with Dream Productions. You know how much I love Dream Productions. That series is really good. I already talked about it in my previous videos. But if you like this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel. I love you. You love me. We're a happy family. No Barney. This is Blockbuster Guy. I hope you have a great day. Take care.